So you are thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and you're trying to buy a new construction home, but you really just don't know exactly what it entails. Luckily for you, we have our new construction expert, Rebecca Vinton. She's here to tell you guys everything you need to know about what it's like buying a new construction house in Dallas-Fort Worth. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss it, and we're getting to it right now. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Dre, the Realtor, and I'm here with the expert, Rebecca Vinton. We're both realtors here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if this is your first time watching the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, eating, and chilling in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to be the first to know when we upload a new video. And listen, guys, people like you contact us each and every day wanting to get more information about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and we absolutely love helping them. So if you're one of those people, give us a call, shoot us a text, or simply send us an email. We got your back when moving to Dallas, Texas. So let's get straight to it, Rebecca.
Let's get into it.
So since you're the new construction expert,
I am.
Why should people consider buying a new construction house in 2022?
So, you know, I'm going to go back to even when I talk to my clients about this, I think it's preference. Some people they want it brand new, they have to have it, and that's why you should do it, right? I also like to show my clients a resale home before we start going to look at new builds, because you don't really know what's out there. A lot of people used to stay in their house for like 50, 100 years. You know, our grandparents will tell us, you know, when you buy your first home, make sure it's your forever home. Well, that doesn't happen nowadays. And so what's happening is when you go to these resales, a lot of times the person's only been in there a year, sometimes less, sometimes two. And people are the charts, you know, statistics, is that the word?
Statistics.
Yeah, those show that the average person usually lives in their home about 3 to 5 years. So nobody's staying the 50 to 20 years. It's pretty rare. So people are moving in. It could be because of job, location, equity in the home, and they want to get more, and they just want to keep moving and going. So I think people are getting smarter about investing in their home. So I always have them go look at resales, and if they're not finding what they want, and what they want is, and their needs can only be found in a new build, then that's where you should go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So within Dallas, what are some of the trends that you're noticing with the new build communities? As far as have you lived in any of the other states, or Texas one of the?
Texas is my only place.
So let me rephrase the question. What are some of the characteristics that you're noticing inside of these houses, as well as the communities that you're touring?
So the communities are changing. So before, it'd just be like a new community, it got built up, and that's the new trendy neighborhood to live in. Well, now developers are kind of changing the strategy. They stopped doing the neighborhood builds, or they're still doing them, but they're not focusing on that so much, but they're trying to build community. We have several communities, especially here in Fort Worth. There's some out on the outskirts of Dallas, but they're trying to form a sense of community. And what I mean by that, and I think you have toured that, is what it is the developers trying to create a neighborhood. And in this neighborhood, they don't want to do cookie cutter houses anymore. They want to have a 2-story next to a 1-story, $1 million next to a $300K house. They want to have a grocery store and a gas station. They want to have a pool. They want to have activities, amenities. They want to form a sense of community. So they're building it inside of this land where, you know, you don't have to leave that community. Anything and everything you want is right there. They're starting to form a sense of community, families merging, and I think that's the way the developers are going now.
So what she's referring to are master plan communities.
Yes.
So I love the fact of master plan communities. I think it's the new day and age, because I've never seen anything like master plan communities. Like literally, I did a vlog. You can catch my recent vlog from last week, but I did a vlog of the top 5 master plan communities in Dallas. And I was completely blown away.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They had the basketball courts, the community centers. Like one of the vlogs, one of the neighborhoods I was in, they were doing yoga classes in the middle of the day.
They have a community garden.
Yeah.
You can go grow your own vegetables. You just have a little section for you. Yoga, food truck night, movie night. They have daycares in some of them. They just want to provide, like, you want to go home after a long day of work, kick off your shoes, change
Oh,
clothes,
yeah.
and you're right back out in the community at the park, intermingling with others, sitting next to your neighbor.
No, this is so true. When I was
Yeah.
vlogging, it was like 5 o'clock at night, and kids that just got out of school, they're playing with each other at the basketball court. Everybody's just getting off of work. They're
Yep.
walking the trails, walking their bike.
It's nice.
It was nice.
It's like, what is this?
Yeah,
it's
what is
wow.
this? And-
Because they have a sense of safety
Yeah.
too. Like they're also providing that. I even went to one community that had kayaks. They had
Oh,
like
wow.
rowboats. They had the
Wow.
little paddle boats. Like they had their own lake. I mean, they had a slide that went from the top of the hill all the way down to
Oh,
the
wow.
bottom. Like they built in their playground inside of the land.
Oh,
like it was
wow.
really cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they have schools now in there. So
Yep.
a lot of them you're going to see that elementary school. Some are trying to put middle schools in, or they'll have their own high school that's either right close by or in. But usually it's like an elementary. So it's kind of nice to know that your little one is just down the street around
Yeah.
the corner from your home.
You can literally drive 2-3 minutes
Yeah,
to pick up your
like
kids.
for us,
Not big of a
yeah, we
inconvenience.
did the same thing. We built, so I do have, not only am I an expert in the new builds, but I have also experienced it myself. And for us, we got a school in last minute, but it was kind of nice. We didn't know it was coming, but now I always tease my husband, like when our daughter's old enough, we'll just get that go-kart and just drive. We don't have a
That's
go-kart,
another thing.
but we could.
That's another thing. They what's go-karts? Not go-karts. Golf carts.
Oh, that's what I meant, golf cart.
They have golf carts, and these people are driving
Yeah.
golf carts in these communities. Like
We have some in ours, and it's great because we also do in our community. We also do like a lot of parades for the holidays.
Oh, wow.
And so they use those golf carts to. We did one for 4th of July, and everybody decorated one. I know there's a community in North Lake that does that too. It's an annual thing, and it's super huge. All the neighbors are into it.
Oh, that's dope. So now we're talking about how great these communities
Yeah,
are.
that is a plus. That's a pro. That's a pro.
How can somebody that's moving from out of state get into one of these communities in the most easiest way possible?
Okay, so the easiest way possible is just going in there and looking at the model, right? But the smart way to do it is to have a real estate agent on your side. Now, when you go in, a lot of people think that the sales agent is in the little model home is a realtor, but they are not a real estate agent. They're not licensed. They are a salesperson that works for the builder, and they're trying to sell for the builder. So you need somebody on your side who understands the contracts, who understands what your rights are, who can walk you through the process, and that is going to be a licensed real estate agent. Now, if you're moving to Dallas, Fort Worth, whatever, Metroplex area, you're going to call us, because we have a team that works with Dre. But if not, I highly encourage you to go out and get yourself a real estate agent. If you see a model home, take your real estate agent with you. If they're not available, register them with you, because once you go in that home and register yourself and you say that you're not represented or you forget to put your agent's name, that agent has no access or right to go in there and represent you. Remember that contracts are built to protect the buyer on our end as a real estate agent, but for the builder, when you sign their contract, it is built to protect the builder. They only have the builder's best interest, and so you need to know the little words that are in there, what's about to happen in the process. A real estate agent has probably done this a million times, and they're going to tell you this is what's next, this is what's next. It is a long process, and you kind of get like in your head like what's happening. So you need that person on your side to walk you through step by step. So my advice is, if you're interested in a new build, call a real estate agent and ask them.
Yes. And like you said, they have helped in hundreds of deals. So there's a lot of nuances that they may be able to help you with. You want some additional design or something?
Negotiate something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. You got to know what you can do. The sales agent just not going to tell you. Like, I just did one, and the ladies had already done it before. They knew exactly what they went in asking for. I just kind of spoke up when I needed to. But then there's other couples who don't know, and the sales agent doesn't tell them you have the right to do this and that. So that's where I need to speak up, or your agent needs to speak up and say, hey, my client would like da-da-da-da-da. Because they already know your wants and needs. So they're there to be your voice when you can't.
Okay. So, last question.
Okay.
We're talking about how we can get them in, everything they need to know about new build communities. Now, where can these be located in Dallas?
In Dallas-Fort Worth area, they're literally everywhere. Texas is growing. Californians are coming here. They're coming to Colorado, to Florida. But here in DFW, we have so many communities that are coming up. I mean, we are the biggest state, one of the biggest states. So we have them everywhere. We have them in Dallas. We have them in the outskirts of Dallas, in the Metroplex, and in Fort Worth. So if any of those cities are something that you're looking for, please contact us and we'd love to get you situated. We have inventory for new builds on several different sites, and so we do have firsthand knowledge of what's out there, the price range, and what you're going to need.
Last question. I know I said it, but it's got one more in my mind. So how soon in advance should somebody actually start planning if they are trying to get into a new build community? That's
a great question, Dre, because as soon as you think it, you need to jump on it and do it. Okay, so you can get pre-approved from a lender that's not working with the builder, or you can get pre-approved with their lender. Now the thing is, if you're interested, we either need to get you pre-approved with a lender, you know, somebody who's knows your numbers, because you don't want to start going into those model homes not knowing what your numbers are at, because then you're going to get your heart broken, and that's really sad. So you need to know what your range is and what you can start looking at. So get a pre-approval. If you want to go through their lender, then you might have incentives. They may pay for closing costs or title. They may give you a rebate back. Have a real estate agent with you, because that can be a little bit tricky. You need to know where that money is. Nothing's for free, and so somewhere that money is going to go somewhere else. So you just need to be aware of that. So I would get a pre-approval, get your real estate agent. That way you know your price, you know where you're going to shop, what your limit is, and then I would jump on it, because from one weekend to the next, it can jump up. It can jump up as high as 100K. We just had an agent say it just jumped up 100K on her new build that she's under contract. So they do jump up. The more that they sell, the more that it's going to go up. So if a development's in the early beginning stages, get in right when the pre-sale's happening. Get on the wait list, get in there as soon as possible so that you can get it at the cheapest price, and you're going to build equity, because by the time they end up selling towards the end of the development, you've already built that equity up.
And a good thing about Rebecca, she has a list of all the communities that are popping up, communities that are almost finished, communities that are just developing, and communities that are in the works. So she has that list. So but the only way you can get it is you got to reach out to us.
That's right. No two builders are the same, and they're just like no two realtors, no two lenders. So they're all going to have their little quirks and things that you need to be aware of. So you can't compare the two together. So if you're interested in a new build, then again, just kind of reach out and find out what's going on with that certain builder.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for your expertise. Like she said, if you are thinking about moving here, definitely reach out to us. Watch one of these videos to see exactly what it's like living in Dallas, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.